y'all, this is my video testimony about the super porter work that Elisa and her team did. Bear with me as I read a little bit I wrote to help keep this chatty Libra on point. I think I put off doing this out of an old habit of fear of judgment, because some people don't believe or want to hear about the dark stuff. But I think it would be good for me. It's my truth, and maybe some of this will help someone else. So in my 50 plus years, I've had many experiences with light and dark entities, human and not fun, but part of my journey. I've learned of contracts of being a punching bag for others, and one with the dark side, which I always thought played out in my childhood. I thought my journey from there was about healing. Once I was told part of my plan was to not get it in order to help my soul group understand why mankind doesn't get it. And that resonated with me. I felt like it facilitated things I came to experience and kind of mind numb me as a coping defense mechanism. Cut to, I moved in with my then boyfriend. He'd just purchased his house from a relative, but had rented it for years prior. It was pretty dark and neglected and basically empty. I was excited to bring some plants, some color, some light, and some life in. Turned out there was a male spirit here, who I later nicknamed Jessup. He wanted the house kept the way it was and wanted me out. It started out with little things like hearing footsteps, and grew to him appearing as a misty male form, jumping out and screaming in my face. Side note, once I was pushed over in the shower, someone else helped me, and somehow I wasn't hurt, and I was listening to Channeling Eric at the time. I contacted a local group to help me with Jessup. They wouldn't help because my ex, the homeowner, didn't believe in any of this and wouldn't give consent for them to come. Some time passed, there was more activity. I couldn't afford to move out. I got very depressed and then suicidal. I felt like I was being influenced, but I also didn't really care anymore. I didn't have anyone to call for help. I did, and I do know that things happen as and when they're supposed to. I asked Source to please let it be time for me to have a positive change or to let me come home. I'd been told that if I left before having done certain things, I'd come right back and it would be 10 times worse. I didn't want that, but I'd had enough. I felt like there were more and more dark things around me. I avoided looking at reflective surfaces out of fear of seeing something around me. When I moved around the house, I looked at the floor. About this time, Elisa put out a prayer of protection, originally called Chasing Away Reptilians. Repeating this for a few days really helped a lot, and I could feel that there were fewer unwanted things around. Outside one night, I felt a whoosh of air and negative energy run at me, making loud stomping sounds on the soft grass. Elisa was about to do Atlantis Scalar work for me, and things were ramping up. I was outside the next night, trying to be brave, and my heart is racing even as I say this. All the little hairs in my body started standing up, and then I heard a male voice close to my ear say, "You'll never be free." But you know what Elisa says, entities are no problem, we can get rid of them. I received her email saying the work was done, and I waited for a feeling of relief or something. What I noticed was a feeling of emptiness, like there was nothing. No Jessup, no negative entities, no depression, no suicidal thoughts, no more dark, snarky comments I didn't say but thought I was thinking, no more sparks from light switches or peeling wall coverings that I blamed on an old house. No more feeling like I was going to fall into a hole if I stepped on that bottom stair. I assumed that was a negative portal that Elisa closed. Also, there was much less negative self-talk. I kind of felt blank, like something that had always been with me was gone. I felt physically and spiritually lighter. I felt quiet, calm, peace, and ease. I hadn't realized I'd probably always been restricted and influenced. My guides literally put the words in my head, "You are free to be. You are free to be." Now I'm able to meditate, to work on myself, and actually make progress. Try not to cry. Thank you, Elisa, Eric, and the rest of your team for being a monumental part of my journey to freedom and healing.